And we are back. You're listening to the Ruckus Podcast, brought to you by RB Jae. Just had a great time talking to Jose Benavidez Jr. about his win Saturday night over Chia Santana. So let's bring in the other Jose Benavidez, the father, trainer, co-manager of Jose Benavidez Jr., Jose Benavidez Sr. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing? Thank you for inviting me over to your show, guys.
Always a pleasure.
No problem.
Always a pleasure.
No problem. Congratulations on your victory Saturday night. We were just talking to your son, Junior, and we were saying, unfortunately, it's been a little bittersweet for you guys, because people were really angry with the scorecards and the crowd was booing. And this is not your first time experiencing this type of backlash. So, Jose, did it make the win not as enjoyable for you?
No, first of all, let me tell you, I had nothing but respect for Francisco Santana. This guy, man, every time we're fighting somebody, if it's David or Junior or any other fighter that I have, I try to look at what they do, like their Twitter videos, and I try to learn a little bit about them, how they live their life, and how, what I learned about this guy, I like the guy. He's a really nice guy. He is a really good husband, a good father, and he has a beautiful wife, So, every time I see this guy, I will shake his hand, all his teams, his manager, his trainer, everybody. Every time I will walk up to them, and hopefully they're hearing this because I'm not making this up. Every time I will walk to them, I thought it was a good fight, with fighting this guy. But now, he's talking a lot of shit, and he's saying that, he's been getting dressed, his wife is getting dressed. Man, come on, we're not like that, man. We've been through a lot. This Junior's car, got burned in the camping. That when we had the camping, his Mercedes got burned. It was like worth $70,000 somewhere around there. It was burned, and we had to go through all that. And a lot of things like that. Man, but that's not our style. Me, my whole family. We don't disrespect nobody. But I'm really happy that for Junior, and I'm really happy that we took this fight. But because first of all, a lot of people don't know. We went up there, and we were the opponents. He was the A side. We were the B side. And if you see Carl Moretti, when they were saying the scorecard, at the end, he's like, with his hands on his head, and they were just so mad. They had a plan with Santana. They were going to make this superstar, guy beat the undefeated fighter, Jose Benavidez Jr., and maybe fight. They had something really good planned for him, and he blew it, Now he's crying, and he's saying, that he won that fight, and that, we'll give him the rematch right now. Talk to your manager, talk to your promoters, and we'll do the rematch. I guarantee you, Thank God this fight happened because now, Junior, I spoke to Junior and I told him that this is all your fault, man. It's because, you're not serious 100%. You got, now this is what happens, Now we were the opponents for, since you were 17 years old, you were the A fighter all the time. But this is a business. You got to understand, man, This kid has a good story. You have a Savannah cat. He has a family, a little daughter. If he wins, he's going to put her to school, this and that. The wife broke up crying. He has a good story. You only have a cat, but they don't know what we go through, every day. But he blew it. They had something really good planned for him, and he couldn't do it. And this kid, he has no talent. He's just a working bee. He just comes and throws punches. And I don't know. I don't know what I have to tell you.
Listen, you mentioned that you guys were the B side. I didn't really realize that until you guys entered the ring, and you guys were entering the ring first. And I thought, I was a little taken back by that. I didn't realize that you guys were the B side.
When we got to the lockers, this is your blue. Oh, shoot. Okay. B-side, huh? Hey, no problem. I mean, hey, hey, we're here now, and then everything started weird, Everything's like people are attacking me, just to get out of my plan, game plan and all that, And I'm like, finally, after the fight, I'm like, whoa, thank God that happened because now we open our eyes and I talk to Junior, from now on, it's your decision, man, but that's good because we were the B side and we got unanimous decision, I mean, they helped him as much as they could to win this fight. They had really good plans for him and he couldn't do it, I mean, I don't know what else they're going to do with him, I mean, we got another fight and, we'll fight anybody, Junior's job is to get ready and, I'll negotiate any fighter is. But if they're listening, send us the contract. We'll sign it right now. We'll give them the rematch now, as soon as possible, whenever they say, because I guarantee you now, what I seen of Junior now, when I talked to him, he was very upset, and now, he's going to come back and train. He's running now, and, man, I'll bet any money he'll knock him out this time. He hurt him in the second round, and now he's more hungry, I think, and hopefully he stays like that. That's the best thing that could ever happen to us.
Yeah, let's be honest a little bit here, Jose. The scorecards were a little crazy. Oh, it's a little loud there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm here working out with David, man. He has a fight coming up next week, and
yeah.
We're here at LA Fitness. I try to go to a kind of quiet place, but here's like a jungle here.
No problem. Did you agree with the scorecards? I mean, I think there was like one judge who had it a complete shutout, and I think that's why the fans were so angry. And Junior can't cut a break, but it's the judging.
Yeah, but listen, you got to understand this, we were the B side, and the thing is, he was throwing a lot of punches, but in reality, you tell me, how many punches did you really see clear, Junior was catching with those uppercuts. He hurt him in the second round. He hurt him a couple of times, and those punches were just throwing. Then Junior was still around when, with those uppercuts, body shots, and moving around, I mean, I'm not a judge, but I respect what they did, and like I said, I think if Junior was a little bit more serious and he was a little bit in more shape, he would have knocked this guy out, no problem.
Right. There were a number of rounds that we saw Junior fighting in the southpaw stance. Why did you guys pick that strategy against Chia Santana?
Junior and David have been doing this since they were kids. I think they feel comfortable. They want to confuse their opponents a little bit, and it works all the time. So I mean, that's something that they decide what to do with southpaw or whatever. The only thing I care about, don't go to the fucking rope. Don't go to the rope. Because that's when I kind of lose everything. But, I mean, what can I do? And, and everybody sending me texts, like, hey, why don't you tell them not to go to the rope? Why don't you show them to fight in the middle of the ring? Oh, my God, if you had any idea,
That's funny you bring that up.
Are you there?
That was going to be my next. That was going to be my next question. Asking you about him fighting on the ropes. Clearly, it makes you crazy. Why does this kid insist on going to the ropes? Is it a Muhammad Ali thing? Why does he like to go to the ropes?
Well, I mean, I look at it this way, If he wants to go to the ropes, okay, let's fucking work on the ropes, Bend your knees, throw uppercuts, move to the side, because he was working sometimes on the ropes, and he would throw a jab and get out, throw a punch and get out. I mean, I'm not going to compare him to Muhammad Ali, but Muhammad Ali used to spend the whole rounds in the ropes, I mean, why Floyd Mayweather is not likable, because he uses his defense a lot, I mean, they have different styles, I mean, I don't know, I just don't know. I hate it, and I wish that he wouldn't use that. He looks beautiful in the middle of the ring using that jab, coming up with combinations. This guy looked like a sitting duck right in the middle of the ring, Why go to the rope? Right. I don't understand, too, I hate that. We in the training camp, we were not going to the ropes. I would get, whatever you do, just don't go to the rope. Use that jab, push him back, set him up, step forward. Don't go back,
Right. It looked like around the third round or so, it looked like he was sucking wind a little bit. And he was gasping a little bit. When he was on a moment ago, he said it was a ring rust. Do you agree with your
I think it's a combination. I think it's a combination of everything. I think he has to take this thing a little bit more serious. He has to be in the gym, even though if he has to fight or not. He just has to work a little bit harder. He has the talent. You've seen the talent that he has. I mean, he just has to be a little bit more dedicated. And take things a little bit more serious, But at the same time, you got to understand he just turned 24 years old. I think now with this fight, I think he finally got it, So, I mean, we're opponents now, I mean, but the good thing is that he's still undefeated, So now we have to look impressive and keep winning, But definitely he has to stay a little bit more focused and discipline, dedication. I think you're going to see a new Junior. If not, I mean, what can I do?
Yeah, so we had Chia on the show on Monday, and he's having a really tough time accepting this loss. He said, when I lost to other guys, I accept the loss. He says, but I can't swallow this. He cannot get past this. And he reached out to his management team. He wants the rematch. Are you surprised that he feels so strongly and that he won the fight?
Well, you know, when you get promised a lot of things, you know, if you beat this guy and then we're going to make you a superstar, you know, and then, you know that you lost the fight and everybody sending you the texts and, you know, everybody that likes him because he's a nice guy. Everybody just to make him feel good. You know, they're telling him, man, you won this fight, They robbed you, they that, you know. In reality, come on, man, he didn't get robbed. He lost that fight. So finally he's like, oh, I did win the fight, you know. So now, you know, where did he go? He's 30-something years old, you know. I mean, unfortunately, everybody that junior fights, their career goes down, you know what I mean, look at Mauricio Herrera. What is he doing now, you know? Oh, he didn't want to get
drinking.
The rematch. Because, you know, Mauricio Herrera, you know, he didn't want to get the rematch because he wanted bigger and better things, you know. I mean, where's he going to, you know? All these guys like that, you know. I mean, what do they do? You know, Junior's only 24 years old. He's undefeated. These guys have a lot of losses already, you know. They give him a big opportunity, and all they can do now is, you know, they say, oh, they won, you know, but they're not going anywhere, you know.
Right.
Their future is gone. I mean, what can he do now? Are you there?
Yes, we're still here.
Yeah, I mean, I would feel the same way too, you know, if I got beat by a 24-year-old, you know, I'm 30-something, you know, where do I go from here, you know? I think my career is done, you know? I mean, who else are they going to put in there? You know, who else is he going to fight? I mean, yeah, he's going to fight somebody that's going to beat him again, you know, because he doesn't have that style to win, you know. He's just a working beat, you know. I mean, now I did hear a little bit of what he said, you know. Oh, that's not the way he fights, you know, he's more technical. Why are you fighting a fight that you're not comfortable in, you know? I mean, they want to come in and push Junior around and take him to the ropes, and then he did that, you know. He couldn't do anything when he was in the ropes because his torso was so moving and this and that. So why didn't you step back? And when you step back, you got hit, you know. So, I mean, if you get another technical fighter or somebody has a little bit more talent, you know, I mean, you can get beat, man, you know. I mean, why not use your head a little, move your head a little bit, use your jab, you know. Go to the body first and then go to the head, you know. But they just want to knock them out, you know.
In the aftermath, speaking of next opportunities for Junior, Junior said after the fight that he wants a fight against Jesse Vargas, and Jesse Vargas is saying he doesn't know who Junior is. He doesn't know what a fight would do for him in his career. He don't know nothing about him. What is your opinion on Junior?
We've known Jesse Vargas since the amateurs. He knows Junior. He's a really nice guy too. I shake his hand every time I see him, and I always tell him, "Hey man, give the opportunity, man. You're a good fighter. No disrespect. You know, I like you because what happened to you too on your fight. You know, I mean, you had the last fight he fought. He was up in the hallway. He had no dressing room. He was supposed to lose that fight too, and he won. Now he's a big star, and you know, and I give him props for that. You know, he knows who we are. You know, I mean, we will fight anybody. We never duck nobody. You know, anybody that they put us in front, we'll fight anybody. You know, I mean, how are you gonna? I mean, if we beat Jesse Vargas, that will take us to another level. I mean, whoever they put. If they want to put other guys, they can put whoever they want to put. I mean, we're still undefeated, you know. Junior's still undefeated, so why not beat them, you know? I mean, bring those good guys, you know, so they can knock them out. They can stop them or something, you know. I mean, the only way we're going to know is by fighting them, you know. I think Jesse Vargas, I mean, he's not a pressure guy, you know. I like him, you know. I mean, he's not so technical. He doesn't hit hard, you know. I mean, he's very relaxed. So, whoa, man, that would be a beautiful fight for us, you know. I mean, Santana, you know, he trained his heart out, you know, for this fight. He trained so hard like never before because he had a big opportunity, you know. He couldn't do anything, you know. And everybody's going to have problems with somebody that just comes in and throws punches like crazy. He gets you off balance and all that, you know. So, I mean, anybody that just a brawler, you know, is going to give problems to anybody. But he didn't give us problems, you know. Junior beat him, and like I said, you know, I'll be honest with you. I will be honest with you. If Junior was hit or hurt a little bit, I will tell you. But he never got hurt. He got Santana hurt a lot of times.
Well, we were going to ask you what Junior's been up to, but he obviously called in. He's in Phoenix chilling with his cat. And, you know, we were wondering how his spirits were because, again, here you guys win another fight, but there's all this scrutiny. And, you know, how do you stay positive? I mean, was he down after the fight, or was he like, fuck him?
You know what? No. I talked to him. You know, obviously, you know, we want to make the fans happy. But if we can't do that, you know, we just continue to fight. You know, hopefully one day they like him, you know. The only thing that I tell you right now, he has to stay focused. He has to stay more dedicated and look have more condition. You know, you can't just come and get ready for a fight. You know, I mean, of course you're gonna get tired. You know, now if you stay dedicated, we get a fight or not, you still train. You know, this is your job. This is what you do. You know, and hopefully, you know, he understands now. He's the underdog. He's the opponent. You know, and hopefully that makes him mad, you know, or something, you know. I mean, or something, you know. But what I seen, I talked to him, and he understands, and I mean, it was a little bit painful for him, you know, to be the opponent. But man, I'm so happy that happened, because finally it opened his eyes, you know. And now we're gonna work a little bit more. And he's coming back to train. He's gonna stay in shape and be ready for whatever comes, you know. I mean, but I know it. To me, I'm super happy, you know, that happened. You know, if that wouldn't happen, you know, I think
you're so funny.
I mean, it's the truth, you know. I mean, hey, another way, you know, what the hell, you know. But now he sees that, you know. But like I said, man, you know, I really like this guy a lot, Santana, man. I really like him, you know. But now, you know, man, you know, I just want to beat him now, you know. So hopefully they could give us. I want the rematch. Let's fucking have the rematch, you know. We'll knock you out,
Do it.
You know. Yeah,
right.
Definitely. I'm his manager, you know. Let's do it, you know. Talk to his manager. Send me the contract. Let's do it. Before it gets cold, you know. This guy doesn't really want to fight him. He says, "Oh, I want to fight him in a couple of fights. You know, I really want the rematch. I want to get a fight or two. You know, I mean, let's do it right now. You know."
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jose Senior, it isn't. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe, you know, like he said, you know, maybe he could use his own style and make it better for us, you know, if he's not as aggressive, you know. If he wants to be a counter, you know, that would, oh, my God, I would love that, you know. He would do the same thing, you know. He doesn't know how to do nothing now, you know.
Right. Absolutely. Well, Jose Senior, it is always a pleasure speaking with you, unfiltered, giving us the real deal. Best of luck to David, who's fighting on August 6th in Philly on the main event on ESPN. You got a busy camp life going on over there. Again, a pleasure. Congratulations on your victory on Saturday night, and we look forward to speaking with you in the very, very near future.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me. Man, I was praying for you guys to bring me in here so at least I could say something, you know. Thank you so much.
That's right.
We're all
our
phone
pleasure.
call away anytime, Jose.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, have a good night.
All right.
You too. Bye-bye.